Hi, welcome back to another episode of Chats with Nat. Today we're discussing alumni and what they're doing after BIS and how that's working out for them. So one of our BIS alumni who chooses to stay anonymous took IBDP and graduated in May 2024. Their higher level subjects were math, AA, economics, and computer science. Their predicted grade was however, they did get a little lower. They said that their final grade was different from their predicted just because there was more content, materials, and exams, and all the content for all subjects were back to back. And then their greatest challenge was staying motivated to study and disciplining themselves to study. And the greatest challenge that they felt that they faced was figuring out which subjects to spend most time on and which resources were most effective. And then the advice that they would give us, who are going through our last 2 years of high school, is to practice using past paper questions, study during holidays, look at uni subject requirements, and then after high school, they start university with no gap year and they're studying computer science. What they're doing now is much harder than what they did in BIS, studying-wise, as they're more complex topics and they only have end terms. So if you mess that up, you've messed up the whole term, that whole test. Advice to the people who are taking the same subjects is to get good grades in math, understand the topics, and start learning programming by yourself if you have time, especially language the uni uses in the first semester. So our next student also wants to remain anonymous. They graduated May 2023 from BIS and took the DP course. Their higher levels were Bio, Chem, and English A Lang Lit, and their final grade was 33. So their greatest challenges that they faced in preparing for the exams were the motivation to study and balancing studying for all of the subjects. The greatest challenges that they faced over the 2 final years were finding a good EE topic. Originally, they had written an introduction, but they didn't like the topic anymore and had to do extra research for that. However, they did still get an A. And then also pacing for IAs as they wrote them too close to the deadline, didn't even have time to submit a first draft, and couldn't get good teacher feedback. So from that, the lesson is to learn to listen to your teachers, ask if you have questions, and submit things in time simply to make your life easier. Also, attending classes that they weren't too keen about, such as chemistry or German, which are somewhat mandatory in the blocks. Right now, they are in their second year of med school, as they took no gap year, and they find it much harder as their thesis has to be 30,000 words and the extended essay was only 4,000, which is a much larger workload. And for people who want to study something similar to this person, their advice is to find a good med school and that the status of the school isn't everything. Theirs is in the middle of nowhere, which is not ideal, but they also say to study effectively because you will need it, such as not procrastinating and talking to teachers. We have another anonymous student who graduated in 2022, also did the IBDP. Their HLs were theater, maths, AI, and English Lang Lit. They were predicted of 42, and their final grade was 41. Their greatest challenge was studying maths and physics, as they felt well prepared for the other subjects, but not specifically maths and physics. A challenge that they faced overall was juggling IA submissions and preparing for unit class tests, because although the IAs were more important, the class tests counted towards the predicted grades, which are vital for applying to university. Their advice for current BIS students is to make a study plan and start doing past papers early. They also suggest making a checklist with all the topics from a subject and ensure you can do easy, medium, and hard level questions for each topic. Also for maths, definitely use that textbook. Right after BIS, they applied to ESCP Business School and went to study there in Paris immediately. Right after graduation, which was in May 2022, and they started at uni in September 2022. They also co-founded the tutoring platform by BIS students Differentiate with some other BIS alumni who also graduated in 2022. They specialize in IB tutoring and have hired more BIS alumni as tutors and acquired many clients from BIS. Right now, they're using their time to pursue their bachelor's degree in management, but surprisingly have found the workload and overall experience to be more manageable compared to the intense structure of the IB program. But it might be as they are older and have more experience and are able to manage their time better now. The IB emphasizes on independent essay writing, research, and critical analysis, which strengthened their academic skills, particularly without the availability of AI tools such as ChatGPT when they were graduating and working on their IB. As AI tools now have made life a lot easier, especially academically, as it challenges the manually crafting essays, which are invaluable to developing long-term writing and problem-solving abilities. The advice that they would give to people who want to do similar things to them after high school is to travel and live in or explore different cities in Europe. And they suggest their university as they consider a great choice, and they really enjoyed their time in Paris, Turin, and London, and felt like the bachelor gave them a well-rounded business degree. Additionally, many subjects that are not completely business-focused, such as psychology or politics, liberalism, populism, intercultural skills, rhetorics, international relations, etc., have also helped them to feel more as a well-rounded student. They recommend their tutoring service, of course. So you can contact us if you want her email, or we'll have the link to this tutoring website in the description. But if you need more details, feel free to contact us. Our BIS alumni have said that we should, as you always hear, don't procrastinate, to do more past papers, don't be afraid to ask for help, and to really focus on the IAs. Even though they don't have as much weight when predicting your final grades, they are important to the prediction itself and your final grade in the end, making them vital for university applications.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you on episode 3.